Hi everybody, welcome to Crafty Studio. My name is AnnMarie, and for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm one half of Crafty Studio, the other half is my husband Fintan, and between the two of us we run our small shop in Glasnevin and we have our online shop as well. So we sell art supplies and fabric. So today I'm going to show you some beautiful new dead stock that arrived. So it's all the stuff that I have here to show you is wool or has a wool content. So wool isn't always something for coats. It can be for a few different things. It could be for trousers, it could be tops, and I actually have one wool which is actually a stretch and it's absolutely gorgeous. So first up is this lovely pink English wool. I have this in a couple of colours. Now, just to show you the drape that's on this fabric. This would be beautiful for a coat, for skirts. It's actually light enough for a heavy trouser. So not quite, you know, for a regular trouser, but for a heavy warm, and it's 100% wool. So I'm going to bring that up. Can you see? There's this beautiful heathered effect on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So as with all our dead stock, the weight is approximate. So, but it gives you a better idea when you can actually see it. So when you see it online, the weight is approximate. Let me just do that. If anybody ever has any questions about any of these, feel free to either message me down below, or you can message me on Instagram or via email on the website. So that's our pink one, which is just fabulous. And then we have this damson coloured one. I think it's just called plum, but I think it's more of a damson colour. You see that? That's a good colour representation there. It's absolutely gorgeous and has the same heather effect as well. So it's the warp and the weft are two different colours. It's slightly lighter, almost like a grey in it, and it gives it a gorgeous heather effect. And that's 100% wool. And it's not scratchy wool. You know the way sometimes wool, you feel it and it just feels like, I don't know, something your granny put on you when you were a kid, but this isn't that. It isn't scratchy. And if your wool is, if you do ever have wool that's scratchy, give it a wash in hair conditioner. Just give it like a rinse and you leave it in it, and it just is like doing your hair. So that's the damson or plum colour. So these are all 150 wide, 280 grams approximately. Now I have another one. This is fabulous. Look at this colour. Same weight again. Now it doesn't have that heathered effect, so it's a solid wool, but the weave on it is absolutely gorgeous. And it's this lovely pumpkin. I think I called it rust online, but it's more of like a pumpkin colour. Now, can you see the weave on it? Almost looks like it has a bit of a twill, but it's a gorgeous weave to it. It's just slightly different. And again, doesn't have that scratchy, itchy feel. It's really lovely. Similar weight, made in England, and it's dead stock. So if you're ever in the shop, you'll know what designer these are, but I'm not allowed for legal reasons to put it up on YouTube. But think English designers who make suits, and that'll give you an idea. Now, what's this over here? They're very heavy. Keep you warm, I suppose. Then this one is a beautiful check. So I don't often get checks in with the English wool. I tend to keep that for the Irish wool because they do checks really well, but this is just gorgeous. So it's an oatmeal colour, and then it has this pale, like a sky blue check in it, nice and big as well, so not too difficult. You can see the drape on it there. Great again, not too difficult to match, because if the check is too small, oh, your heart would be broken. So it has a nice large check on it. Great for jackets. Go with something with no seams down the front, so you don't have any matching there. Maybe the Jessie coat again. I'm trying to think of some names. I'll put a list down. Normally I have a plan here and I have a list of patterns that will go with things, but I decided to do this ad hoc in the shop when I was putting these out because I just thought they're so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And then the last of our traditional wools, I had this or one similar to this, not this actual one, before. And it's a super soft coating. It's 90% wool to 10% nylon. It's really, really soft and kind of has that squishy feel. It's so lovely, and I'll just show you up close. Look at the texture to it. So I think what they do is they go 2 over, 2 under, 2 over, 2 under, which is like a caddy, and it's got beige and then this kind of goldy color. Isn't it just gorgeous? Oh, I just love that. And there's a nice drape to it as well. I made a Lola that's a sew over pattern. It's on the Work to Weekend or the City Break ebook, and it has like drape front on the it's kind of like a cardigan and a coat halfway between the two. I love those ones, something you can just throw on. Very easy to make, self-lining, love it, great. I'm wearing a sew over it pattern here. This is the Audrey top in a sweatshirt fabric modal terry, and then trusty Sinclair Harper over it, which I think has seen better days, but anyway, still gets worn. Okay, so onto the really different wools. Now this is like wool, but it is wool, but not what we think is wool. We think wool is those, like a coat fabric, but these are really unusual wools. So the first one I have up is wool and mohair. Now when I thought mohair, oh no, I wouldn't go for that because you think of fluffy and everything, but it's not. So this is Deadstock again, really lightweight. So it's about 120 grams. We're talking like shirting weight here. Great for trousers, dresses, and it has wool. So it's 86% wool, 14% mohair. Now these will be online so you can look at all the details. But look at this. Look at the drape on the fabric. Nice, crisp, but with drape. And if I bring it up to you, can you see? It's actually, the colour's not 100% there. It's more of a tealy green and it's shot with black. So it's one way is black, the other way is the teal colour fabric. But look how light, like you think wool, but then this doesn't seem like it should be wool. But wool is just the fibre, not the substrate. So this fabric is actually, so wool is the fibres that make up the fabric. So it's not actually how it's woven. So it's very fine wool. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can imagine it in a shirt or a dress, or a shirt dress. Oh my gosh, a shirt dress. Beautiful. I think it's got a really classic colour to it. Will go with a lot of things. I think it works on a lot of complexions, that teal colour. It's turning out more of a blue here, but it's definitely slightly greenier. That's a word. And that one is, it's only €25 a metre, considering it's mohair and wool is not bad. Ooh. And again, that's another one of those designer ones I'm not allowed to tell you the name about. But if you're in, sure I might tell you. Now, this fabulous pink, you're probably eyeing this up going, get to the pink, get to the pink, fast forward. This is a pink. I have some of this already, some of this fabric, but you probably don't know about it. It's boiled wool ponte. Yes, boiled wool ponte. So on the front is boiled wool, but on the back it's basically Roma ponte at the same time. But it's something like, now, oh, that's why I have labels to tell me. 35% wool, 65% polyester. The ones I have a higher wool content, but they feel exactly the same. I don't really understand how they do it. If you are a fan of boiled wool, but you don't like when you make a jacket and you get elbows or it tends to grow, this won't do that. It's more stable, it's easier to sew with, and come on now, it's fabulous. Look at the colour. Gorgeous for dress. The Emma dress, I know I'm so over it mad at the moment because they're on my little list, but like kind of, oh, the Tilly and the Buttons Billy, oh, that would be great. If I think of any more, or if you think of any, pop them down below and we'll decide between us. But it would make a great dress. Again, another coat again, skirts, a bit too heavy for trousers, but has lots of kind of options with it because it has the ponte on it. So you could treat it like a Roma ponte, but it has that lovely softness and the warmth of wool, which is great. And then it's fabulous cerise colour, nice and bright. That was one of the Nerida And there is a Hansen fabrics, the new ones will be amazing. I think it's nice to have a bit of bright colour in this darker evenings. As you can see, I'm in the shop with the brick wall behind me. And it's very dark outside, very dark, and it's only just closing time, so it's winter, isn't it, guys? So this one, I love this. Now, it's almost identical to a wool herringbone I had, but it's cotton. I couldn't believe it when I felt it. I was like, that really looks like wool. So if you are not a fan, now I know I said this is all wool. If you are not a fan of wool, but you want the look of a pair of wool trousers, this is for you. It feels like a brushed cotton. So this is 98% cotton and 2% elastane. So it's got a little bit of stretch. Let me just pull it out and I'll show you. Can you see the herringbone? Let me go a bit closer. Can you see that? Oh, it's just lovely and it's so soft. And then there's a little bit of stretch. Now, not much to call it stretch fabric, because you're not going to treat it like a jersey. You're going to treat it like a woven fabric, but it's enough to give you stretch for comfort. So if you make a pair of trousers and maybe they're a little bit close fitting, or you just want the waistband to just have a bit extra stretch in it, this is perfect. Absolutely would be gorgeous for trousers, for skirts, perfect weight for jackets, and it's lovely and soft. Feels and looks like wool, really looks like wool. Has that lovely soft touch, but it's not wool, because not everybody wants wool. If you're vegan, or perhaps you might have an allergy to lanolin, or maybe you just don't like the touch of wool, this is a good option. Now, last one, I saved the best to last. This is so cool. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. This is the thing about Deadstock. You get really funky fabrics now. Try and find my label. So, this is 50% wool, 47% polyester and 3% elastane, and it makes it like a ponte. It's stretchy in lots of different directions. So you've got about 20% stretch cross grain and about 30 on the grain. I'll put those details in the description of fabric online. And it works out at €17 a metre. And look at the colour. Slightly more muted than what you're seeing here, but then again, it depends on your screen. Screens are all different. So if you look at it, it's got lots of drape, and then it's got the stretch. So it's not actually a ponte, it's woven, but it has the feel of a ponte, because ponte is knit and it's double knit, 2 layers of knit, but this is just a thick, heavy woven fabric. Now, this is from a famous female British designer. I'm not allowed to say the name, but I have had her fabric before, so you might know. I'm sorry I can't tell you, but if you're in here, I will tell you. I just love it. I think it'd be great for comfy trousers, but that look dressy. It'd be lovely for, again, coatigans or dress or skirt. Really comfortable. That's what you need. You need comfy, cozy clothes at this time of year. You just don't want to be all, cooped up, and you just want your comfort when the weather's a bit outside. So they're all my lovely new Deadstocks. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, just click the little bell. I never knew about all this until I started doing YouTube videos. So you click the bell, and then you can click all notifications, subscribe to the channel, and that way you get a little email to say AnnMarie has a new video. And hopefully I'll get a bit more time to do more videos as fabric comes in, or see what I'm sewing, because that's I know this is terrible, I'm thinking of New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to try and sew more for myself, because I tend to make a lot of samples for the shop and I never get the time to sew for me, and I should, because I need to make a list of all the clothes that I need and get sewing. So if you guys have any suggestions or about the fabrics that we have here, maybe you have a suggestion of a pattern that work, or if you have any comments on it or questions, just pop them below. I'll do my best to answer them. Somebody else might be able to answer them, but I will absolutely do my best. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall chat to you all soon. Bye bye.